Sage Wonder here, coming at you from my van down by the river. So there's kind of something cool and creepy and weird going on the internet. A thing that's going around. Maybe you heard about it? So there's a Twitter user named Ty, T-Y. And apparently he was the first of what appears to be many thousands of people who have received a mysterious text message, or excuse me, voicemail, not text message, a voicemail, on their cell phones. And the voicemail is a robotic voice using military code. You know, Foxtrot, Alpha, Tango, that kind of thing. Yeah, I just spelled fat, which I am. I need to lose some weight. But yeah, you know, there's this message going around, and this one guy, Ty, he was the first one to get it. But since then, many other people are reporting receiving the same voicemail message in military code. Sounds very ominous. Preceding this event, this Ty character reported that somebody was taking flash photography of the outside of his home at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then he gets this really weird message, and then he receives another text message in a foreign language. I don't know what language it was. I'm not sure that he said, but he used Google Translate to translate it, and basically it said, stop talking about the message that you received on your phone. Almost like a threat. Not asking him, not suggesting he should, but rather saying, stop it. Like, if you know what's good for you, you'll stop it. So, what does the message say? Well, when you decode the message, you know, I mean, it's pretty simple code, really. It doesn't take a code breaker. You know, I just spelled fat. So with this military code, when you lay it out, here's what the message said. It literally translates to danger, SOS. It is dire for you to evacuate. Be cautious. They are not human. SOS, danger, SOS. Now, we don't know the origin of this robotic voice, why it would spell it out in military code rather than just coming right out and saying that. But following that message, there's a run of numbers that seem random, but when you start to look into it, it's global GPS coordinates for an area around the northwestern side of the continent of Africa, right on the coastline, which apparently is where the Malaysia airline plane that disappeared a few years back, apparently this is where it was last seen. This is where it went off the radar. It was somewhere close to this area. And some people are saying that this was some kind of distress signal that was sent out by the Malaysia aircraft. I think it's a stretch to make that jump. A lot of people are claiming it's the black box. It's sending out a message. Well, why is it calling this dude's phone? Why is it calling your phones? Then other people are speculating that because the timing of this is closely related to the death of, or the supposed death of Stephen Hawking, that in fact maybe that this was a message, a dire warning from Stephen Hawking. And I think maybe people think that because it's the robotic voice, and his you know, he has the robotic voice since he can't actually speak, or couldn't actually speak. What does it mean when it says they are not human? And I don't know why this is tying to November 18th. To April 18th. If there's anyone out there that understands better than me the April 18th conspiracy, why people who have listened to this message are now saying that it has something to do with April 18th. I've looked around. I can't figure out the core root of this hysteria around April 18th. But apparently, a lot of people think that this is a warning about something that's going to happen on April 18th. And I usually don't like being ignorant, but I've done an honest search here about April 18th, and everything keeps leading back to this conspiracy, which I can't tie exactly to April 18th. So maybe I need to do a second video on the April 18th conspiracy as I search deeper for this, or maybe you can tip me off, my viewers. But a lot of people are thinking that this is, you know, what does it mean by, you know, they are not human? Does that mean they're aliens? that the aliens are coming? Did the aliens take the Malaysia aircraft? Because it just disappeared, you know. Was it the aliens that took it in a tractor beam or you know, transported it somehow and it disappeared? Was there a UFO alongside the aircraft before it vanished? Or was the hijacker inside the aircraft when it took off? I don't know. I can't really find anything that ties this to Malaysia other than these coordinates. Maybe this is a warning about an alien invasion, because it does say evacuation. It says it is dire for you to evacuate. Be cautious, they're not human. Who is they? And why is it dire for us to evacuate? Is it because there's going to be an alien invasion? Is that what this is telling us? That we need to get out and hide under a rock somewhere because the aliens are invading? A lot of my Christian end time prophecy type of people are going to say, this is the fake alien invasion. It's really demons. Well, maybe so. They say they're not human. Demons aren't human, and neither are aliens. You know me. Aliens are demons, demons are aliens. It's all the same thing. They're creatures from someplace else that have powers that we don't understand, and a physicality that we don't understand, and a spirituality that we don't understand. So, you know, aliens, demons, they're the same thing. You know, if they're good, I guess they're angels. If they're bad, I guess they're demons, but they're aliens nonetheless. So, is this a warning to evacuate? Then there's another story that's coming out from the alternative right-wing press. And that's that the rich and famous, that the truly powerful rich people are evacuating. Now, I will say this, for the last 6 or 7 years, the rich, the elites, have been building bunkers. They have been establishing off-continent island retreats, mountain retreats, retreats with deep underground elements to them. That they've been building these bunkers, these fallout shelters, these emergency bunkers, and equipping them. This has been going on for a few years. So what? I mean, they prep too. Rich people can prep too, right? We prep, they can prep. You know, my prepping is tin cans and, you know, beans and bullets, but, you know, hey, if I had the money, I'd dig a big, deep underground base and make it look like home too. So, but then recently, Alex Jones in particular has been talking about how that the rich and elite are evacuating the continental United States for other places. And that you're seeing this massive exodus of people leaving. And what if that's tied to this April 18th conspiracy? What if this message was sent out to all these cell phones by an insider who says that there's a danger coming, they're not human, and we should evacuate? Another thing I thought of is, you know, what is the one thing that big high-tech, you know, tech experts, high-end, high-tech, you know, magnets, you know, owners of corporations, Elon Musk, people like that, I think I said his name right, they're saying that the number one threat to humanity is artificial intelligence. Now, you've heard me talk about it. Go back and look at my video, Is AI the Beast? Because maybe, you know, AI is also not human. Maybe this is a warning of an AI takeover. I've always said that if you ever create an artificial intelligence, that you better keep it in a box and study it, because you don't know what kind of monster you just created, Frankenstein. And that if you create AI and give it as much power as we've given it, Google and other companies have created artificial intelligence, and now they're giving it power. Is this the Terminator story playing out? Should we evacuate because they that aren't human are the artificial intelligent bots that have taken control of everything? Do they have the capability of taking control of our military and just nuking us all? What are the elites running from? Are they running from civil war, like Alex Jones says? Are they running from some catastrophe that is coming our way, possibly April 18th? Is this warning just a hoax? A goof? Is it somebody having fun with us? Why was the code so easy to break? And if it was that easy to break, why was it encoded to begin with? Is the message complete baloney? And why is it tied to April 18th? Is something coming this spring? Is this the end of the world? Don't. This should have been a coffee talk. All right, tell me what you think about the creepy voicemail that's going around and all of the theories on what it might mean. God save us all.